What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Generational Sports, aka, best part of your Monday nights. Josh, my brother, how are we doing on yet another Monday night?
I'm doing good. It's kind of my perfect weather, like I always say. I like it when it's just, the clouds are covering everything.
You're a weird guy.
And it's gloomy. It's been a vibe today. So, yeah. How are you, Connie?
We're chilling. I've been, listen, Josh, I might have gone out. Listen, I'm not a big going out guy.
It right? Sounds like you are every weekend.
See, that's the thing, right? I was about to say, I've gone out the last 2 weekends. And that honestly might have doubled the total I've gone out my entire life. Like, I still genuinely think I can count on my fingers how many times I've gone out.
I'm the same. Like, obviously, there are times and occasions where you go out and stuff, but if I'm like drinking or something, I much prefer just chilling at home doing it.
I'm a homebody, man. What
can I say? Too. Like let's
be real here. Let's be real here. I'm not a people person, bro.
Same.
I'm really not. So like, yeah, there's a lot. But see, here's the only thing. Here's the only reason I can actually go out and enjoy myself is because my boy is the DJ at the bar we go to.
Yeah.
So I'm not with the everyday people out there. Yeah. I'm chilling in the booth. If I need something, I'm going to grab a drink and I'm heading straight back to the booth. Because listen, let me tell you something. Another thing. Then you'd be like, well, why are you going out? No ladies. Well, that's where you're wrong. Because all the ladies at the front of the DJ booth. And my boy got some stickers. I'd be sitting there handing out some stickers. Talking, dancing. Because when a good song comes on, that's when the vibe gets right. And if you can lock eyes and sing back and forth with that one person, I'm telling you, bro. Listen,
the only time I've really been to a club, because where I live, it's just bars filled with old people. So it's not really, and most of my friends don't live in town.
That's tough.
So like you got to travel like an hour or so, like just to get anywhere where there might be a club. But not around here. It's not too much that. Just a lot of bars filled with old drunk people. So
see, I find it difficult to determine what you consider a club technically. Like, what is considered a club?
I think it definitely, like, there has to be good. Someone's doing the music. Like, there's a DJ there for me. Okay. I feel like there's got to be a vibe set. Not see, just because
here's my thing. I think my perspective on clubs is messed up from watching Jersey Shore. I really do.
Oh, absolutely.
Like when I first went to, I think of I don't know. I think of lights and like this is technically it's a restaurant technically,
right?
That at night is like music and like drinks and it's like a college place because it's right. It's literally walking distance from the college that I go to. Actually, oh look at this. We got it's a USN guy. Love it, bro. On Rap Sports Network for life. Okay. We love the support over there on the Colorcast. We love all the USN support. But yeah, like I feel like my perspective on clubs is messed up because like I think of Jersey Shore.
Even bars, like when they would go to bars, it sounded crazy. It would look crazy and everything. But
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Like the bars around here, it's like because I can't do like if I'm dancing and partying with the friends, I don't mind it being super loud. But like if I'm at a bar and everybody's just like, there's not usually music at the bars around here. It's just very loud people, drunk people. And it's just like, I can't hear anything. Like, why am I here? Like it's overpriced beers and I'm here. Like, I don't want to be here.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's why I got to chill with my boy in the booth. Mm-hmm. A couple of my other friends pull up. See you there. We be chilling. This man said a smooth milk. Yo, what a name, by the way, because milk is God tier.
Agreed.
Literally the nectar of Jesus himself.
Agreed.
Is what milk is. I hate going to bars, a waste of time.
And money, man.
I honestly don't disagree with it. Like I said, I've gone out the past couple weekends, but it's just because I don't really go out a lot.
Right.
This semester kind of killing the kid already. So I need those weekends to enjoy myself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Life decisions might be at an all-time low. That's a story that I might have to tell Josh off air, though. I'm sorry. Listen, I love you guys. I do. But some things just don't need to be heard. I went out a couple of times after the divorce, and that shit was overrated for real. I listen. I don't blame you. Going out, like I know people that go out like 3 times a week, and I'm like, I have no idea how you survive.
The other problem with where I'm at too is everybody's a tough guy. Everybody's got to like once they get enough alcohol in them, they're like, bro, I could kick your ass. Like I could. It's like, dude, we were just hanging. Like, why do you want to fight now? Like, everybody's a tough guy around here.
What kind of drinker are you, Josh? Do you start getting emotional? Are you one of those guys?
Yeah, there are definitely levels. I don't think it takes a lot for me.
Levels to this.
It takes a lot for me to get emotional, but like no, I definitely like if I'm not drinking a bunch or nothing, I'm kind of a quiet drunk because I'm like half buzz or not. But if then I get there, yeah, I'll talk people's ear off for sure. But like just about random shit, like it won't even make sense. But no, I'm not an emotional drinker. Used to be though. You know those high school days? Well, not high school days because I didn't drink illegally, but early 21 days.
He said, me never.
Yeah, early 21 days. Yeah, yeah.
It happens to the best of us. It does.
Absolutely. What are you? What kind of drinker are you?
See, I'm here's the weird part. Like I'm completely the same person, probably times about 2, but I get a lot nicer.
Okay, yeah.
Like I can vividly remember like a graduation party for college, of course. And I'm talking to people like, "Oh, how you doing?" I don't really care. If I was fine, I would have never asked you how your life is going because I probably didn't care. But get a couple things and you start talking to people. But I'm really nice. I like to listen. I won Life of the Party at prom for a reason. I'm just saying.
Hey, I was at prom for like 5.
I got the trophy right here.
I went to prom for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, my prom was boring. Although I didn't go with anybody, and then one of the kids, like, who took a girl with him, literally didn't do anything the entire night. So I just hung out with her all night, and it was like you stole her type of thing. And I was like, hey, listen,
mine was kind of the exact opposite. Nobody stole my girl, but she just left, like, because we just went together because it was last second. I didn't even really want to go. Then I was like, my friends are gonna be there. It'd be nice to get all dressed up. So I like that.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I looked great at my senior ball. Not my prom. My prom, I was mid. Senior ball, I might have to pull up the IG one of these days, show the people.
We didn't have nothing cool like that. Like it was homecoming and prom. Pretty boring.
We had homecoming every year. Obviously, we had our prom was our junior year, and then senior year we had senior ball.
No, you could do homecoming, and then juniors and seniors could do prom.
Okay, all right. Any freshman killers out there?
Oh yeah, every year, man.
Every year.
I remember actually my best friend. He was a freshman when I was a sophomore. Man, he thought he was on top of the world. I was like, it ain't you, bro. I promise it ain't you.
That's a tough life out here. All right, I guess we should actually get into something relevant. I will start off with a Walker Hill recap. A little UFC fight night. And Jai, let me tell you something. I did. There was something on during this. Was this the?
This was All-Star Saturday night.
It was All-Star Saturday. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I had this on the phone, and I had the 3-point contest skills challenge up on the TV. And Josh, I'm not gonna lie, I had the fight on. I missed the knockout. Had to rewind. I was so upset. I hate missing things in real time when it's exciting. The replay just doesn't do it because now I know what happened. Because a lot of the times the surprise factor is what really gets you. And well, my pick of picking Johnny Walker because his name was cool didn't go very well because slumber might not even be the correct word to determine.
Stiff as a board, man. Stiff as a board.
This man was. I mean, you want to talk? Drake said it. He was out like a light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it was just unbelievable. I just knocked straight out of the shoes. I mean, they don't even wear shoes in the MMA, but he still got knocked out of them. Straight out the socks, straight out of the padded gloves.
But he was winning the fight right before that. His leg kicks were very heavy. He was landing some body shots, but you could tell it was just that right hand was loaded ever since they started the fight, just waiting for it. And he got him right on the temple. Good night. yeah, it was a nasty knockout. Like I said, I never really knew. I knew a little bit about Johnny Walker. I'd seen him fight, but Jamel Hill, I'd never seen him fight. But he's 10-1 now. He just beat the 11th ranked fighter, so pretty impressive to get that done. But yeah, knocked him out, put his lights out.
You know, Josh, I also wish I would have known that Walker had lost his last 3 out of 4 fights before I picked him.
But they weren't they weren't bad losses. He's one of those guys I just had his name. But there are guys that their record, Angela Hill, I think, actually, woman fighter. They fight so well, but they either lose by decision or get caught late or something, but they fight really well. So he's kind of fallen off just because he gets caught at the wrong times.
It's a tough life out here. It is. Yeah. You have any other thoughts on any other fights besides that one?
No, I didn't even watch this live either because I was watching All-Star Saturday Night, and so I hop on ESPN Plus, and I didn't know if it was over or not yet, and all I see is first round knockout within 2 minutes. I was like, oh, well, they just spoiled it, but I'm still going to check it out. But no, I didn't watch any of the other fights for this one.
Which, by the way, we'll get to All-Star Weekend, but I probably should have just watched Fight Night instead. All right. Listen, Josh, the fact that I can say it.
No, I got it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. This weekend was supposed to be Islam Makhachev, who's the 5th ranked fighter, was supposed to fight Beneil Dariush, who's the 4th ranked fighter. But Dariush went down with an ankle injury not too recently.
This dude's an animal.
Yeah, and
just
so
look him up real quick.
Yeah, Dariush is out. And Bobby Green, who just fought at the Adesanya Whitaker in the main card. And it's not like he's going to be super fresh because it was a full 5 rounds and he had to work for it, is taking the fight on 10 days notice. And when I watched an interview of him talking about it, he's like, yeah, people can call me crazy for this. They're wrong. He's like, I'm fucking nuts. I was like, okay. But yeah, Bobby Green, not even ranked. Islam Makhachev, 5th ranked fighter, destroyed. I can't remember who he destroyed last time, but yeah, he's a beast. I'm excited to see it though, because if Bobby Green's that confident, he's definitely going to come in and make it a show at least. But Islam Makhachev, I probably would have picked him over Dariush. Islam Makhachev is on his way up. He just keeps climbing the rankings. So going to be very interesting to see. I'm just shocked that Bobby Green's the one that took it. I thought no one would really want this fight, and they're doing it at catch weight because I think Bobby said he put on 20 to 30 pounds after the fight a couple of weeks ago, and they're fighting at 155. So give him 10 days to cut that much weight. He's not going to do it. So he'll probably be a little bit heavier than Makhachev, but I don't think that really matters for him. I still think he's going to win. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how he's going to get done because I don't know what Bobby Green's going to come out with. I feel like he's going to try to be very technical, but a lot of guys have tried that with Makhachev, and it has not worked. So it'll be interesting to see, but I'm definitely going to take Makhachev here.
You know, this might be a stupid question, but I always thought about it. How do they determine, if you got a good chin or not? How you find out? You just go into a fight, and then if you get knocked out, you got a bad chin? And
no, I think
you got a good one. During training, do you get punched in the face on purpose to test your chin?
It just depends on the fighter. Some fighters never even get hit in sparring, and then it comes back to bite them. Or it just sometimes you got to watch the real fights. That's the only way you can really know. And even then, you got to have a couple to really find out. Because some guys like Taito Ivasa taking hits from Derek Lewis, insane. But early in his career, he was getting knocked out. So it kind of also comes with taking those hits over and over again. But I don't know. It's really tough to tell who really has a good chin. There are the obvious guys like Sean Strickland has a good chin, and Gaethje has an amazing chin.
I've rewatched because I once again for some reason just went into a UFC rabbit hole, and I rewatched the in Jacek Rose fight. I rewatched both of them. I say UFC, but I realistically went on a Doug Rose rabbit
Never
hole.
a bad time for that.
I love her.
Mm-hmm.
And, along the way, you start watching stuff and it pops up on the TikTok every once in a while. That Gaethje Chandler fight, bro. Unbelievable.
That division.
That's
a tough chin division. That's a tough. Gaethje, Chandler, both amazing chins. Oliveira took a knockout punch from Chandler and survived tough chin. I wouldn't say McGregor has a tough chin. I think he's got an okay chin, but we haven't seen him take too many heavy shots. And when he did, Poirier put his lights out. But I mean, that division has some guys with tough chins. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It'll be Bobby Green does have a tough chin though. He took a lot of shots last fight, but it's about how recovered, because he took a beating in that fight. Like, he won the fight probably 5-0, I'd say, but he still took a lot of shots. So it's gonna be interesting to see.
Well, Josh, I say we move on. And honestly, I'm gonna say to something that I didn't think was interesting to watch, and that was NBA All-Star Weekend. Now, like, listen, we can kind of, lump this together, I should say, because the next question is, how do you fix the dunk contest? But like, that was probably, and here's my thing, and I'm very glad as well. The dunk contest was on as I was getting ready to go out, and my friend got here to pick me up as it was still going on. So I didn't even get to finish the whole thing. By the way, that might be the best decision I made the entire night. Probably was.
Mm-hmm.
That was awful. And
Bad.
I mean, it is like terrible.
Mm-hmm.
The dunk contest is awful now. I don't know if it's because you can't use props anymore. Like, first of all, I also don't know when did that start? We had one here jump over a car. And
yeah, I feel like when they saw, well, I don't know. It couldn't have been too long ago because John Collins jumped over a fake plane. So I don't know.
Maybe styrofoam props are allowed. No real cars these days.
I feel like they probably had a lot of trouble with the cars. So like, you know what? Someone tries this shit again. Tell them no. Like, no cars, please.
But like, that was the most boring thing I've ever watched in my life. Now, I will say, 3-point contest still pretty good. I don't think that you can really do much to fix that because I don't think there's anything that wrong with it. Now, here's the thing. There's a simple answer to fix everything, but it just won't happen, and it's bringing stars to it. Because one of the reasons I don't care about this dunk contest is, listen, I know Obi Toppin because he's a Knick, and I listen to New York radio, and I know him because of that. Cole Anthony, Juan Toscano Anderson,
JTA.
I'm good. I'm sorry, but like, the key to fixing it is next year be like, all right, Zion, first of all, you got to, fix your foot, lose about 40 and actually want to play. You get Zion to do it. You force let me get some Ja in there.
That'd be nice.
Who else is
I mean, listen, we could list a lot of guys who in game they're very fun to see fly.
Bro,
but
bring Levine and Gordon back.
They're never doing that shit again, man. They're out.
Bring them back.
They're out. How prideful can that be? Like, we were the last good dunk contest. I wouldn't come back and change it. Like,
you're not wrong. But like, so the dunk contest terrible. I mean, borderline unwatchable. Like, if you sat through the whole thing, I actually give you credit. I really do.
I sat through the whole thing. The whole thing. But I was also indulging in alcohol, so it wasn't as bad for me.
Yeah, 3-point contest, like I said, good enough. There's enough people in there that listen, would I like to see Curry do it every year? Yeah.
But then who wins.
Yeah.
Then who wins.
And that's the thing. I don't really care who wins. I just think star power is what makes everything. And I think it's the same thing with every sport too. So let me not just rag on the NBA. Like, if all of a sudden the MLB and the home run derby was a bunch of people that like the casual fan doesn't know, then you lose it. Because even if somebody's hitting a 500-foot home run, nobody cares if it's, some random MLB player that's on the Nationals that probably nobody else has ever heard of. But so I mean, the 3-point contest, fine. Dunk contest, trash. Skills challenge? Like it.
For me, All-Star Weekend, like, outside of dunk contest, I really liked it. Skills challenge I loved because Josh Giddey carried the rookie team. First of all, he absolutely carried them.
The Thunder.
Yeah, he absolutely carried them. I liked how it wasn't all just in one thing. I like how they split it up. They had a little shooting challenge and they had the passing challenge and they had the course. I really liked that. The 3-point contest for me, obviously you want to see Steph, you want to see Clay and all that, but I like because I feel like they've added more people in recent years. I feel like it used to be like 6 or 7 people.
How many is it now?
There's like 9, I think.
I always thought it was 8.
I don't remember how many, but I thought there was like 9. But
Giddy carry them like Josh carries his pod. That's how I know Christian's high right now.
But I think the 3-point contest was cool. Love that Cat won. That's great for big men everywhere. But the dunk contest for me, I mean, like you said, obvious answer is star power. So if the NBA really wants to bring the dunk contest all the way back, be like, hey, you have to be an actual all-star to be in the dunk contest, and then that would be the first way to fix it. But I think a more realistic something they could do. Obviously, you got to bring the shot clock back because this whole what's an attempt, what's not drags it on so long.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they could drop the ball just because they didn't feel like they had a good grip on it or nothing. I mean, Jalen Green and Cole Anthony probably combined for like 30 attempts. Like it was, they both, and that's crazy. Usually in the dunk contest, people are shooting like 60% from the field. They were both probably shooting under 20. Like that was.
Well, I saw something that, if I'm not wrong, that on first dunk attempts, people were like 3 for something.
Yeah, it was disgusting. I mean, and I get they want to do a crazy dunk, but Jason Richardson had unreal bounce. All right. Vince Carter had unreal bounce. Why did Jalen Green think he could do the J Rich off the side of the backboard swing legs? Why did Juan Toscano Anderson think he could get his elbow in the goddamn rip? Like, you're not those guys. Come up with something simpler that you can hit on the first try so you don't lose the crowd. Like, they were taking 8 attempts and then they were trying to hype up the crowd. Like, no, you lost them, bro. Like, they're gone. So I think you bring the shot clock back, and I think you just get more contestants. Get like 8 or 9 guys, 1 round, the 2 best, move on, have a dunk off. I don't think you have 4 guys do 3 dunks because then you're asking them to come up with multiple ones when if you had more players out there, they might think of something the other guys don't. And you get a possibility of new guys because we don't really have the ideal dunkers anymore, guys that want to do it. Like when we had Nate Robinson versus Dwight Howard for year after year, Zach LaVine versus Aaron Gordon for a couple of years. Now we don't really have those guys yet. So I think they need to add more variety because it used to be way more guys. I think this one used to have like 6 or 7 guys in the dunk contest and they'd get eliminated. Like I just think you add more people to it. 1 dunk attempt, not 1 dunk attempt, but obviously shot clock. You each get 1 dunk. Best score moves on and does a dunk off. But I don't know. They probably won't do anything to change it. I don't know what we're gonna expect next year after this. I don't know what they're gonna do. I would rather just eliminate it and just let's have a one-on-one tournament. Like if we're not gonna see.
I've
dunks,
always been a fan of having a one-on-one tournament. I don't think the players would ever do it though.
I think they would. I really think they. I don't think it'd be the players we want, like LeBron or KD, but I think guys like Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, guys that thrive and love to show off how good they are one-on-one. I think they might be down for it.
See, but I agree with it in a way, but I also feel like they wouldn't do it in case they lost. Because
right, yeah,
the ego hit that they would take of losing a one, especially if it was like, say you got 8 players and all of a sudden you lose in the first round as a player. Not only are you getting clowned on socials, probably. Like imagine, I don't know how they would do seeding and stuff either, but like maybe if like a 1 seed lost to an 8 seed, you're getting toasted.
Yeah, no. But that's just, I mean, that's Twitter in general. They got toasted for doing nothing wrong. So, and I mean, if they're all good, like that's the other thing. Like if we're gonna add the one-on-one tournament, I don't want to see Cameron Payne versus Ricky Rubio or some shit. Like it's got to be done right.
We get that too.
Yeah, it's got to be done right. I don't know. It's very tough to bring the dunk contest back because also people got to understand like at this point almost everything's been done. So if you're going to see something cool, it's going to be something you already saw. Which obviously everyone wants to see someone do another Vince Carter showing out or something. But I mean, we don't have any little guys like Nate Robinson with crazy bounce right now. And I mean, we just don't have big men who want to show out either. I mean, Obi Toppin in college was showing out. I don't know why he can't get it there. Was this his second dunk contest? Didn't he do it last year too? Yeah. And even last year, I got to give Anthony Simons credit. I mean, last year, if he was in this dunk contest, it was way better because last year he put on the show too. But I mean, I expected more out of Cole Anthony and Jalen Green, especially because I thought as a rookie, he'd definitely want to show out. But I don't know. I don't know how they're probably not going to change anything. Be the same thing, just hopefully better guys next year and guys that saw this and are like, hey, we should not do that.
Connie in the dunk contest is the only option. I mean, hey, I'll pull out a trampoline. That's the thing. Pull out a trampoline, bro.
Yeah.
Why can't we let him pull out a trampoline?
Lower the rim. Maybe lower the rim a little bit.
Yeah.
Let him get crazy. Let him get crazy.
I don't know. I'm with whatever because it's just so boring. Like it was terrible. Like it was it was terrible. Shout out Charles Barkley. Terrible.
Yeah.
But like
Kareem walked out. He walked out.
Did he?
He was sitting behind, and after Jalen Green missed like the 5th off the side of the backboard, he got up, grabbed his jacket. He looked pissed. He looked so bad. It just walked out. I was like, damn, you lost Kareem, man.
That thing is Shaq, too, where it was like the dunk contest then, where it's him holding that video camera, mouth open, and now he's just stone-faced. I mean, and like, here's the other thing, too. What do you get for winning the dunk contest?
A trophy? I don't know if there's a cash prize. I'm not sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder.
Incentives are huge. Definitely.
That's what I'm saying. You're the NBA. You're telling me, no matter who you are in the NBA, if they were like, yo, you win the dunk contest, $1 million.
Also, something else. I think the NFL should adapt what the NBA does with quarters in the All-Star game, like toward the charity. I think players would play much harder if they were, because I think they'd play much harder if they were getting $100K towards a charity or something. Like, I think they definitely try to go for it.
I don't know. I feel like the the NFL is just so out of it because they're so, oh my God, if I get hurt during this, like I will say, though, the problem with making the Pro Bowl good is that it's football. And like, if you're going to play football not at 100%, it's just not good to watch. Yeah. Because anything else is two-hand touch, whatever. It's just not fun, and like that's the problem. You don't want somebody. What if somebody tears their ACL at a fucking Pro Bowl, bro?
Yeah, that'd be a bummer. Like, I don't know. They got to fix that too. I mean, if
Christian said 3-point dunk contest get $200K.
I like that. I think players would want to do like, hey, $200K.
No, I think that's what he's saying they get right now.
Oh, $200K. Shit, and they're still. Damn.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Move it up. You're the NBA. You guys are printing money. Now listen. Here we go. How about this, right? Because I feel like, does the NBA fine people a lot? Is it like the NFL?
Not as well. I don't know. Not anymore. For a couple years, there were a lot of things, but no.
I was gonna say, like, what if? Because like in the NFL, if you could take all the fine money and whatever Pro Bowl team would get all fine money, then I mean, hey. But I don't know. You're the NBA. Bump it up a little bit. $200K. You guys spin on that. You spin on it. You do.
And we got to talk about the actual All-Star game too. That was awesome. I mean, Steph Curry.
Oh no, we will. Don't you worry.
Put on a show, because I think Saturday night. If I had to give a rating Saturday night, I thought the skills competition was awesome. Really like 3-point contest, dunk contest, flopped it. I give it like a 6 out of 10.
I'm giving it a solid 4.
Yeah, dunk contest didn't take it down that much for me because I liked everything else. I mean, Josh Giddey showed out. That's why I get to 6. That's because Josh Giddey's God.
Players on winning All-Star team get $100K too. I mean, yeah, that's good. And like, Josh, before we get into the actual All-Star, actually, no. I want to. Now, you're not even a baseball guy.
What do you mean?
You're not.
I literally answered a question on Backstop Banter that you did not know.
What was that?
The guy that had all the drugs in his bag from the Cubs. You didn't know what team he was on, and I said the Cubs.
That's not. You're not. Well, that's only because you. Whatever.
No, I answered it right away.
I'm not saying you Googled. I'm just saying that's the team.
Because you Googled it, and I answered it before you even got the answer from Google.
That's not true.
That is true. Go back and watch the tape.
All right,
well, actually, you can't watch the tape because the comments don't come in immediately.
Exactly, the comments don't come in immediately on the.
But right when you said it was the Cubs, my comment popped up. So tell me, how did I not get it before you if the comments are delayed? Right when you said
okay, but I'm saying I didn't see it.
But Michael did.
No, but I didn't see, and whatever. Who cares? That's not the point of the question.
I care. I like this. I'm right.
All right, fine. You can have that one. The home run derby is by far the best one. of any professional sport, right? Like I'm not just a baseball guy saying that. Like it easily is, right?
Mm-hmm. No, even I watch it. I love the Derby.
Like the home run derby is so like for me, if I had to rank it, it's probably home run derby, and then a pretty solid gap to the 3-point contest.
I think it's a pretty big gap because I love 3-point contests, but compared to the Derby, nothing. Dunk contest used to be on that level, but yeah, I think there's a pretty big gap between the Derby and the 3-point contest.
And honestly, at this point, I kind of like the whole NFL one.
Yeah. I mean, the precision passing stuff. Yeah, no,
I like the well, actually, I didn't like the way they did it this year, where they with like the best catch thing. That one was stupid. I didn't like that.
I think it was just the first year of it. I think that's going to turn into something pretty cool.
I don't know. I felt like if
I just don't. How did the All-Star Game and Pro Bowl fall off so bad? Like they used to have like longest throw, kickers would go down to Hawaii kicking through random stuff, strongman competitions and things like, and now it's just Kirk Cousins.
Now it's two-hand touching. Yeah, like you said, Kirk Cousins throwing it into a moving target.
Yeah, like
I don't know how we got there. But the All-Star Game itself, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I wasn't locked in the first 3.5 quarters, I would say. Or no, 2.5 quarters, I should say. I got locked in when Steph started going crazy. Obviously, it just makes it more entertaining. And then I think that they really saved the All-Star. Yeah, I don't know why I almost thought All-Star Game was wrong. I think they really saved the All-Star Game with that Elam ending or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, especially when it only really works when it's close. Last year it didn't work because Team LeBron was up by like 24 and they needed 24. Like it didn't really work out too well. But when it's close like that, yeah, it makes it really exciting and a cool finish.
Yeah, like I remember like the first year of it got super intense. I remember there were a couple missed baskets going back and forth. I hated that it ended on a free throw, by the way, though. That'll still forever annoy me. And then, yeah, like even this one, I think KD's team was down 5.
They were. It was 160, 155.
Yeah, they were down
161, 155.
And then they hit a 2. And then, Team LeBron misses. Devin Booker came back and hit a 3. So now it was what? It was 161 to 160.
Yeah.
So it got, pretty intense, and then LeBron hit that fadeaway, whatever you want to call it. And it was, but I mean, it was good. It was really fun. And listen, Curry, did he take a lot of shots? Yeah. But to make that many threes and from the places that he made them from, I don't even really care, because that is still like, all right. And here's the thing too. You can also turn this into a little bit of a topic. I saw this when I was listening to stuff today. Is there anybody in any other sport that does something as good as Steph does shooting?
I do think there are people like that, but it doesn't impact the game as like Justin Tucker kicking, but that doesn't impact the game as much.
That was one comparison. That was a comparison that I thought actually worked. But like,
it doesn't impact the game as much as Steph knocking down threes.
No, I know, but like, just there's levels to things. We say that all the time. There's like the two comparisons that I make was the Justin Tucker one, and then I think how far Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton hit home runs. Like, because you see it on NBA players' faces, right? And I think that's how I judge it, with Curry shooting threes from where he does. You heard on the broadcast. I mean, I listened to the TNT Insider one.
You didn't head over to TBS?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were on
like inside the NBA.
It took me forever to find TBS too. I was like, come on, man. I just want to hear the boys.
But like I went back and I listened to the normal one. I mean, you got like D Wade and Reggie Miller and AI going crazy because Steph is doing that. And you see it on NBA players' faces that like they know what Steph can do. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people that can shoot very, very well. Joe Harris can shoot very well. His brother can shoot very well. but nobody can shoot that well from the places on the court that Steph can. Just like, listen, there's some good kickers in the NFL. Nobody can kick like Justin Tucker can.
Mhm.
And then you go to baseball, like I said, where you have, Josh, if you ever want to be like, see that I'm right about this, go look up Aaron Judge's home run at Yankee Stadium. I think he hit it 495 feet in game, not a home run derby, in game. And everybody in the dugout is mouth open, like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Like, when you can get players of your own sport to react like they're a kid, that's when you know you're doing something different. And that's what Steph does. So, I mean, when he started going crazy, it gets the crowd involved. You get everybody involved too, because let's all be real here. I can't relate to Giannis. Bro, there ain't no way I'm ever going to be 7 whatever. I can take a Euro step from half court and dunk it because I'm a genetic freak. I can't fly through the air like Levine can. And guess what? I can't shoot like Steph can either, but I can take a 3. Like, that's the thing that makes it fun too. Like, it's possible to be like Steph, and I think that's why a lot of kids look up to him too, because it's a lot more possible to be Steph than look. Guess what? You're probably not going to be honest because you didn't win the genetic lottery,
right? Yeah.
But the All-Star game was unbelievable, and Steph made it a lot more fun too. I mean, 50 points. I think he shot like 16 or 27 from 3.
Yeah, and that's the only reason it went. He was like 16 to 21, but then he was just gassed and was just checking.
Yeah.
Like, he was 16 to 21, which is absolutely insane. That walk away from half court without even knowing, like, that's to have that level of confidence on your release, just to know, like, oh yeah, that's going in.
And the ball was halfway there too.
Yeah,
like that wasn't one where he like turned around right as it was about to go in.
Yeah,
like that was literally like, because they showed a picture of it. Like, if the basket was here, the shot was here,
and he turned around, started getting back on defense.
Like, oh yeah, I got that one. And then the one in the corner he did too.
Yeah, no, I think what you were saying. Yeah, I don't think I don't know about baseball, so I can't speak for that. But I don't think the gap between how good Justin Tucker is and how good the next guy is even close to how big the gap is between Steph and the next best shooter ever. Like, I think undoubtedly all time he is just the best shooter ever by far. And the numbers really prove it because a lot of people don't realize, like, his early years in his career, he was missing a lot of time with ankle injuries. So all those crazy 3-point records and how has the most all time really came in like the past 6-7 years. Like, that's when he really started taking over. It's insane what he's been able to do. And yeah, I thought the All-Star game was really good up until then too. I enjoyed it. I know they were just getting their legs under him just to kind of get started. But it's so fun to see just no defense. Let's just see hoopers hoop. Like, I just love seeing that.
I also like they did the NBA 75 thing was pretty cool.
I love that. Yeah, it was really cool.
It sucks that that was the thing. I mean, I guess Katie's grandmother had passed away, so that's why he didn't go. Obviously terrible for him. I think Westbrook didn't go because of like health and safety or something like that. But like, I wonder why people like Scotty didn't go.
Yeah, probably busy. But I just really am glad that the NBA was like, Karl Malone, you're not allowed here. I'm glad I
thought he was there.
That. No, Karl Malone was on the screen. He's not allowed in the premises of anything anymore. He's a bad person. But no, I agree. It was interesting. Like there were a lot of very old people who were on the cameras and stuff. Like what's Earl Monroe got going on that he can't show up to Cleveland? Like, I don't know. It's very interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was cool. Just, I mean, yeah, like Christian said, Harden. Wait, Harden was there, wasn't
he? He was at the.
Yeah, he was there.
Was he?
I could have swore Harden was there. Hold on,
I don't think James Harden was there. Because they took a picture.
Yeah, hilarious James Harden moment goes viral during NBA 75 photo shoot. So
yeah, they're like, go to your left some more. Yeah, that was a good joke by the photographer. That's a good one.
I didn't see it.
Because he always goes to his right and they're like, or he goes to his left and they're like, go left some more.
But yeah, I don't know. I like that. Did you see when Ray Allen got introduced and
KG
Oh my!
That was the best, man. I love it. But they took a picture, actually. All three of them did. They
Oh,
went up
did they?
taking
I didn't see
yeah.
that.
I just saw it a little while ago. They actually did get a picture of it. That was funny. KG looked so pissed, man.
Bro, that I honestly, as somebody who is petty, I respect it.
Oh,
To hold a
absolutely.
grudge that long, I respect you. I kind
Did
of
you see
do.
the video of
KG.
Michael Jordan too with Magic?
Oh, I love Michael Jordan.
Like it's insane. Like after watching The Last Dance, and everything. Like, oh, that man is insane. And then like he shows up, just got on a flight from Daytona, showed up. Everyone is in awe of Michael Jordan, and he sees Magic. He's like, "You bring your shoes because we could play 1-on-1." And he's dead serious.
No,
Like
he's
he's
100%.
not like Magic's laughing. They're all laughing. He's like, well, "We're literally there's like 10 courts here. Did you bring your shoes or not? Because I did." Like, come on, man.
I really do wonder if there's anybody who's like an all-time great at their sport that isn't like that though. Because like you hear the story, right? It's like MJ held fake grudges. He literally made shit up.
Yeah, to motivate himself.
Brady was out here watching film like 13 hours a day.
Yeah, yeah.
We all know, Mamba mentality, all that. Like, you just have to be a different type of person to be as great as they are.
Yeah,
and like that's why I've never. It kind of annoys when people are like, "Oh, well," like they're like when they talk, shit about that. It's like, well, you just don't you don't understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you've probably never tried that hard to be that great at something.
All the GOATs eat, breathe, and sleep their sport. Like that's all they care about. It's all they do. It's all they're focused on every day of every year. I mean, that's why they're the best to do it because they dedicated every second to that.
This man, Tom Brady, literally told his wife for the last like 6 years to piss off.
Yeah, go make some money because I'm taking a pay cut.
he's like, listen, I know you want me to retire. Didn't ask.
Yeah, didn't ask. Still got 5 more years in me.
You got to be. I mean, they're just crazy people. But let's go to something that broke before the All-Star game happened, and that would be Chris Paul is going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. He's got a little thumb, like a broken. I don't know if it's a broken bone or like a torn ligament in his thumb, something of that nature. 6 to 8 weeks, he's going to be out. Did play in the All-Star game, which some people are a little annoyed about. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem. It's an exhibition game, bro. You know
he didn't even get what he just wanted to come in and get an assist because he leads the all-time. Like it's insane looking at his assist numbers all-star. I mean, he averaged like 13 a game in the All-Star game, which is crazy. So he just wanted to get an assist, but all he did was miss a layup. So I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah. So the big story out of that, obviously, the Suns are the number 1 team in the West. They've been cruising. I know they had that long win streak earlier on in the year, and it's just, can they keep it? Can they keep that number 1 seed? And I mean, I guess we're gonna find out. You had Kendrick Perkins come out today and say like all the pressure's on Devin Booker now, who's been absolutely balling. Did you see? I feel like it's a subtle flex too, because Booker posted a picture of like all their wins. Because I don't know what they've won. It looked like
they won like 20 straight. I think something like they're 41.
Well, no, he posted it recently. I think they've won like 15 out of their last 16 or something like that. That's at least what it looked like. And like on the side, of course, he had to like you could have cropped just wins and losses, right? He kept the side part in it where it shows the leading scorer, and I'm pretty sure like 13 of the 16 games it was him. Subtle flex.
He also put the mad emoji over the loss of the Hawks.
Yeah.
Trae Young did him like that, but I think I know everybody's going to expect it to be Devin Booker to step up, but he's going to step up, and it's not going to be up to him because he's going to have to. Because you look at Chris Paul, I don't know how many points he's averaging a game, but he's averaging double-digit assists.
There, boss.
I mean, I'm sure like around 40 points a game he's responsible for it. Like he's responsible for generating that much. So I think guys like Cam Payne, Mikal Bridges need to step up too, and because you don't have
2021, 2022. He's played 58 games, averaging 14 points, 10 assists.
Yeah, so he's responsible for like basically 40 points a game, which is not something you can really make up for. Obviously, they're 41-10, I think, right now at the All-Star break. So they're obviously it's going to be tough to keep that number 1 seed. But I don't think they're really going to fall too far. I think Devin Booker is going to have to, score a lot more points too, but he's got to be a playmaker. I think it's a lot of pressure on Campaign too. I mean, they kind of gave him his second chance in the league, and he really ran with it, and he's been a great guy off the bench, but now he's going to have to step up even more and kind of become that point guard for them, along with Devin Booker. And I think we're going to see a lot more of Mikal Bridges with the ball in his hand, which normally he's not that. He's a defender, guy that can cut to the basket, catch and shoot, but he's going to have to do a lot more with the ball too. It's going to be a whole team effort. Everybody's saying this is going to be on Book, but I think, Chris Paul makes it look like he does so much, but it's still the whole team. DeAndre Ayton's ability on the pick and roll has improved immensely this season compared to last. So I think it's going to just, can they still do the same things without Chris Paul out there? And obviously, I mean, he's a coach on the court. He's going to be a coach on the sideline too. So they're not losing every aspect of him. He's still going to be out there coaching them, telling them what to do, where to be. But I just don't see, obviously it's a big hit, but I don't see them falling off. I think they're a good enough team to stay in the top 3 or 4 because he's going to miss up until the playoffs. I don't think he'll be back during the regular season. So it'll be interesting to see, but I'm not too worried about the Suns.
I almost look at it too as, obviously you never want anybody to get hurt, but can you look at it as a blessing in disguise where it's like, how old is Chris Paul?
35, 36.
36. He's 36 in 291 days. Shout out Basketball Reference. He ain't no young man. Mm-hmm. So, you take those 6 to 8 weeks off. You got to, do a little PT on the hand and all that. Come back for the playoffs. Fresh.
Also lets a lot of other guys find their groove. If Landry Shamet and Cam Johnson find a groove heading into the playoffs, and then you get Chris Paul back, like it helps a lot of other guys too get minutes and be ready when their time comes. So, yeah, I guess in a way it can be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, because like I said, you're an older guy. You're playing basketball, however many times. He's played 58 games so far, so he's played a majority of their games, obviously. It's going to take a toll on you. So you rest those legs up. You get to obviously he's going to keep his cardio up and things like that. It's not like he literally can't do anything basketball related. It's just that one hand. So, maybe he still practices, goes through all that and just doesn't use the one hand. But listen, older guy, you get to rest up for a little bit and then come back for the playoffs. That's not the worst thing in the world.
No, definitely not.
Especially if he can come back strong, nice and healthy. All right, people, we're going to get into our little break situation here. And let's at first keep it with the sports situation, because even though it's a break, we're still, we got a little something going on here. The Juwan Howard situation. Now, Josh, you know me. College not my thing. But I see everybody talking about this craziness, blah, blah. I had to go check it out. I might be a Michigan fan. Might be a Michigan fan.
Me too. Maybe me too, man.
Listen.
He should not be suspended, man.
Did you see what the suspension is?
Regular season, which is only 5 more games.
Yeah, so, nothing, he'll survive. But, hey, he stepped in front of him, and here's the thing, right? Like, we're kind of going off street rules here, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
in the streets,
definitely.
That's fighting terms. Because if I tell, respectfully, if you touch me and I tell you, yo, get the hell off me, and then you keep pulling on my arm, now you asking for it.
He's lucky the hand was open. That's honestly nice of Juwan.
Listen, should he have done it in a professional setting? No.
But come on, that's stupid. Should the coach have? Because all right, here's the thing. Juwan really didn't do too much wrong. Obviously, should he not thrown him, blah, 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 whatever. But he stops him as he tries to walk by him, and then that other coach comes by, and obviously says something to rile up Michigan because the player steps in and is like, hey, don't do that. And then the other coach touches his player. If I'm a coach and an opposing coach touches one of my players that isn't in a nice way, yeah, he's getting a lot more than just a smack on the head. You can't do that shit, man.
I'm watching it. They're showing the replay on ESPN right now too, because it's halftime of whatever game is on. Yeah. Do I love it? Because I kind of do love it. If you hit someone at your job, you get fired. Come on, bro. You think?
But
Christian, you think you should
if
have
they
gotten
put their hands
fired?
on you first, like I get it. It's always going to go to the guy that threw the first punch or whatever. That's always going to be the guy that gets punished. That's not the point of what we're kind of saying. Is like he didn't start. He tried walking off. He tried to be the bigger man. You call it, and also calling a timeout with 4 to 5 seconds left. I know he tried explaining it post game, like, oh, we had to do that because they were pressing. It's like, no, just get the ball, and there's 4 seconds left. You're up by double digits. Like, just get the ball, and you don't need to call timeout to game plan. And I get that he was just trying to tell him what he did, but he's trying to walk past you, bro. He don't want nothing to do with you, so don't put your hands on him. He's obviously pissed at you.
So the Wisconsin coach just got fined $10,000. See, but here's the other thing too. Like in a way, Howard also doing a little extra because
he's an extra guy. This ain't the first time he's.
I did hear something about Maryland.
Yeah. He tried going over. He basically was fighting again. He was trying to go over to the other coach's sideline, basically all the way across the courts, throw hands. But I mean, if anyone,
because I just watched it again. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he has the hand on the elbow and he's pointing the finger, get out of here. But he also does grab the other coach by the shirt.
He does, yeah. He definitely did, but that's because he touched him, man. He don't put your hands on me. I'm gonna put my hands on you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, don't get me. Like I said, he had to get suspended. He had
it was coming. It was coming.
You can't open hand. Slap somebody as a coach.
Because Christian's right. You do that shit at work, there are repercussions. That's just how it works. Like that's just how it goes.
Christian said, "I don't think he should have gotten fired, but I think what he got was fair." Okay,
because I think that if there was still 15 to 20 games left in the regular season, it's like, wow, the whole regular season. But there's only 5 games left. I mean, Michigan's not even that good of a team this year, so they're not really gonna miss too much. So
my bad. So he gets to come back for the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah.
If they make the tournament, obviously not the Big Ten tournament, March Madness. He gets to coach in that as well. So it's not like he's gone for the rest of the year. It's just the regular season.
I expect them to do more, honestly. I thought there would be much more with, just how people react in Wisconsin. And,
I was hoping that I don't know.
But also people got
weird situation. You don't see that often.
Go watch Fab Five. Juwan Howard is not. He's not a guy I really want.
Who do you think he's more mad at for calling a timeout?
C-Web for sure, bro. C-Web.
No, he didn't try to fight C-Web though.
I wouldn't try to fight C-Web either. That man at Michigan. No, I would not try to fight him.
He said, "Nah, I'm good, bro."
Yeah, I'm cool.
But hey, interesting situation. Not something you see every day. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm glad I have, because we don't get those too often like that.
Like I said,
when you look up on YouTube or something like craziest college moments, that's in there now. That's one of those.
That might lead it.
Yeah,
that might lead the compilation. It really might. All right, we continue on with our little bit of break, and now we'll get into the fun stuff. Josh, I haven't watched it. Have you watched Peacemaker?
Yes, I love it. I loved it. It was awesome.
See, Josh, this is perfect though, because I haven't seen this, and I know that you haven't watched Euphoria.
That is true.
Which is what I got to talk about too.
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything for Peacemaker, obviously, because you haven't watched it yet. But yeah, great for me because John Cena, he's been in movies, but he's never been a lead.
Christian said it's fire.
Yeah, it's fire. He's never been a lead, so you come into this after seeing Suicide Squad, which I really love too, because you saw that, right?
By the way.
Oh my God! Yeah, you got to watch that before you watch this.
This is true. I'm gonna get on it. Listen, I gotta maybe tomorrow. I got a 3-hour break between classes.
Yeah,
I can get a little Suicide Squad in on me. But here's my thing. I got a tradition. I gotta watch my boy Tim the Tap Man.
Yeah. No, I got the same way. I got a streamer. I'm Dante is the same way I do.
Okay, Dante's not. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. If you ever need to literally cry, go watch Tim the Tap Man play Wordle.
Really?
Tim the Tap Man playing Wordle is
I used to watch him all the time.
Entertainment.
I've never even played Wordle, man.
I'm a big Wordle guy. Big, huge Wordle guy.
Sounds like it's something I would just not enjoy.
It's annoying, but I'm on a nice 10 streak right
Because
now.
how does it work? Like, I don't even know how it works.
So you get one word a day.
Like what? Like what do you mean? Like word? Like
it's a word.
You have to spell it.
Oh yeah. Because all right, here it goes. Ready? So I believe you get 5 tries or 6. Actually, let me look it up right now because I haven't done my Wordle today.
So like they give you hints at what the word? Like
Josh,
what do you mean?
Share the screen. I'm gonna share the screen.
All right, because I see people post the little green squares and shit, and like I'm like, what do you like? So you get a word, but then you guys spell the word.
We might be, we might do Wordle live on the show. You see this right here? You got the Wordle up? You see it?
I see it.
Okay, look. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tries, and it's one word. You don't have to guess multiple words. It's one word total. So let's go with I usually like to start off with irate. It gets a lot of vowels out of the way. So look, we'll hit enter right there. All right, see, beautiful. Now you see the yellow, Josh.
Uh-huh.
The yellow means that those letters are in the word.
Okay, and they're all 5 letters. Like it doesn't extend.
All right, so the light gray means that they are not in the word. That
right,
those letters
but
are
like,
not in the word at all. So you can eliminate I and A. That'll never be in the word. R, T, and E are in the word, but because it's yellow, that means it's not in the correct spot.
Okay.
So then, you just keep going and guessing until you get the right word. Like, let's try
trait.
There's no A in it, or T, or I.
Yeah,
I mean, or there's no. That. Let's see. What about I don't see it gets difficult.
No A. Yeah. See, I already hate this, and I've only tried 2 words. I hate this.
Is there a time limit? Or do you play Wordle? Listen, actually, Josh, or not Josh, Christian, me and my mother love Wordle. So I was both held as a child and love Wordle. Look, my mom just texted me because she can hear me she can hear me. She said I did it in 4 tries.
4 tries. Okay, well we gotta try it. Well, you gotta try to one upper now, Connie.
I can't do it live on the show. It's gonna take me forever.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, I'll let everybody know. Check the Twitter. You can check my Twitter by tonight. I will have the Wordle done by tonight. I'll make sure to tweet it out.
That's gonna be stuck in my head. You got to text me when you get it too, because that's gonna be stuck in my head.
Wait, why don't you play, Josh?
I'm not, because I hate it already. I hate even
once you start playing, it gets addicting. It's very fun.
And I don't want that because you already said it's annoying. That was the first word you used to describe it was annoying. So I do not want to.
I also describe it as very entertaining.
It probably is, but I don't want to be in there. No. But Peacemaker is something I do love. That is something I will enjoy a long time. It's because, like I said, John Cena is not someone you see acting too often in a lead role. So to see him in that, it was really cool. It's so funny, so fucking funny, and like a stupid humor way too. Like that, it's so funny. The storyline is really good. You start to really like the characters pretty early on. Lots of twists and turns in there. So yeah, you got to hop on that. I thought you watched it. I thought we'd be able to talk more about it, but you got to.
Oh, even Josh, I'm not gonna lie. I just guessed another word. I now have an H too.
An H. So what is it? Just T.
I have so I have a T, R, E, and an H. None of my letters though. Bad news for me, Josh, are in the right spot.
I was gonna say Earth, but we already lost A.
It's tough. See. Now you're thinking about it. Now you want.
And I don't want to be
No, you want to.
No, it's stupid.
I know you're gonna get right off here and start playing immediately.
No, because I can't even download. My phone's so stupid, bro. I can't even.
It's not a download. It's on the interwebs.
Oh, it's
not an app or nothing. You just go on Google, type in Wordle, WORDLE, baby.
I'm not doing it.
You're gonna do it. You'll do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
All right. Were you done with Peacemaker?
Yeah, because I can't really say nothing.
All right. Well, let me tell you something. I avoided watching Euphoria for a while. I thought it was going to be, kind of mid, whatever. Very entertaining. And that last episode that came out last night, I believe it's 9 p.m. That was one of the greatest hours of television I've ever watched. I'm not going to lie to you. I swear to God, it really was. Because, Josh, I can tell you what Listen, all I'll say is no, it doesn't spoil nothing. Doesn't spoil nothing. It was a play. It was a play. That's the whole episode was a play. One of the greatest things I've ever watched. I mean, as a TV nerd, because I'm learning about the stuff, the callbacks to old episodes, the transition from past to present play.
How many seasons have you?
Only 2.
Okay.
This is only the second season. I know there's 8 episodes per season. I think they're each about an hour. Not technically though, because there's the end is usually like a sneak peek in the next episode.
So how many more episodes in this season?
What happened?
How many more episodes in this season?
Oh, well, next week's the season finale, baby.
All right, see, because I want to start watching it, but I don't want to get into it before people are done on Twitter over it. So I'm into it, and then I hop on Twitter. I see a spoiler for the season I haven't even started yet.
Josh, I'm telling you, if you can watch all of it now, because then for the season finale, you'll watch it live with the rest of us, and you'll get to see, because that's the one thing that I wish I did more. Like Game of Thrones, I didn't watch it while it was on. So like while everybody was tweaking about it, I didn't care. I didn't watch it. Breaking Bad, I didn't watch Breaking Bad when it was out on TV. I watched it on Netflix. So when I'm over here freaking out about, have you've watched it, right?
Watch what?
Breaking Bad?
Oh yeah, like 2 or 3 times.
So like when I'm over here freaking out about, Hank dying,
yeah,
everybody else is like, yeah, I remember that in 2014 too, stupid.
Yeah.
So I can't even celebrate with nobody. You know what I mean?
I could probably watch Euphoria because actually another show that I just finished, Space Force on Netflix. It's got Steve Carell.
To watch, bro. I
Space Force
I
is
sit
funny.
there and go through Netflix and HBO and everything.
Actually, Abbott Elementary too. It's a lot like The Office, but a great school.
By the way, Office trash.
All right, then you probably won't like it.
I literally watched the first 15 minutes of The Office and wanted to die.
Well, it doesn't start off great at all.
Well, listen.
It doesn't. And I mean, I didn't enjoy the first parts of The Office. That's it. Almost got taken off the air. It was that bad. But
well, you know what? Then guess what? How am I going to watch it if a whole first season's dog is?
You have to get through it. No, not the whole first season. The first few episodes.
I don't know.
It's worth the whole ride. And one day you're going to be like, Office, top tier. Be like, hey, told you.
I'll see. Let's see. What did Christian say? Moon Knight and Morbius in 5 weeks. I thought they pushed back Morbius.
No,
I'm pretty sure they did.
They did. Did they even announce a date?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they pushed back Morbius.
But we're about to hit like a dark era of like,
bro. Let me tell you something. The excitement level that I have for Doctor Strange is ridiculous.
And we low key might be due for a Thor: Love and Thunder teaser or trailer.
Maybe they pull that out at the end of the.
They always release. Well, it usually gets leaked, but like the Lego sets and action figures of the characters from the movie always get released. And Marvel actually released them before anyone could leak them today. And if you look at the timeline, when we got our first trailers for the past movie, it was around like the 120 to 140 day mark, and we're at like 137 until.
When does it come out?
July something, July or June.
What other ones do we have this year?
We got the Christmas special for Guardians of the Galaxy at the end of the year. She-Hulk
on that.
She-Hulk should be coming out later. Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, Morbius. Don't think too much else. I don't know. I'm not sure.
July 8th is Thor, Christian said.
Yeah, I'm excited for. A lot of people aren't excited for Thor, but I'm a big Thor guy. Ragnarok is like outside of the Avengers movies, probably my favorite Marvel movie. Like insanely good. And I'm pretty sure Taika Waititi is
outside of the Avengers movies. I really don't know.
I think Spider-Man: No Way Home is one, and then Ragnarok. And it'll probably be multiverse. It'll probably be Multiverse of Madness. Will probably be 1 or 2.
Black Panther 2, I think, in November.
Yes, yeah, that should. But I think it should be. Just depends on how far they get after all the drama with the lead roller.
Oh, we got Spider-Verse 2 in October. I never saw the original one.
I thought that was coming 22. You've never seen Connie. You watch so many good shows, but you have missed out on so many.
No, I will fully admit I'm not a big movie guy. I'm really not.
You got to watch Spider-Verse. You'll love it. Oh my god, insane.
I do. Listen. I admit it. I'm just not the biggest movie guy. Like it just takes a lot of effort. You know.
I think actually, What If season 2 is supposed to be this year too.
Really?
I believe so. I could be wrong though. I believe that's later this year. And I'm excited. I love What If. That was so good.
You know, I didn't like What If at first, and then I thoroughly enjoyed it at the end. Like, I think I stopped watching it. Like, it wasn't one of those shows that I would wait until 3 a.m. to watch. And then, like, the last two episodes came out, and I was like, all right, you know what, screw it. I'm watching it.
They did it right, though, because they started off with, like, only stuff that, like I didn't even enjoy the first episode of it. Like, it was cool to see Peggy Carter as Captain Carter and everything, but I wasn't, like, in love with it. But I love alternate realities and, like, what happened if this happened? Like, zombie Avengers, bro? You kidding me?
No, yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah. And then the one where Pym is killing all the Avengers, that shit was crazy, too.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Let's get back to some sports news here. And we'll go back to the NFL. Listen, people, all because the season's over, you think the NFL storylines are over? Are you out of your mind? The NFL is the best reality TV show ever, as my co-host on Tuesdays, Mr. CJ James, always says. So, with that being said, talk a little bit about the draft, Josh. What do you want your team to do in the draft? And hey, listen, if anybody's ever listening out there watching, what do you want your team to do in the draft as well? Feel free, hit the comments up. Add us on Twitter if you're listening at the pod. GENZ Sports. Tell us what you want your team to do as well. We can only speak for ourselves, but if we can give the voice to the people as well, we'll do it. So, Josh, what do you want?
Yeah, well, we're pretty limited this year. And just to start off, there are reports that we reached out to the Vikings about Kirk Cousins. I did
see your tweet about that. You weren't very happy.
Now, if we wind up giving a pick for Kirk Cousins, I don't know how much more I can put up with this organization, man. I really don't know. But yeah, we're kind of limited here because we traded the second for Sam Darnold, traded the third for CJ Henderson. So we have our first round pick, and it's really, everybody, Todd McShay, and everybody's saying we should go with Sauce Gardner. Love Sauce Gardner. Think he's an amazing corner. His numbers, he never allowed a touchdown in his entire college career. Only allowed 13 yards this season or something crazy like that. He's very good, but the last position we need help at is corner. That is the last thing we need. And I get, in recent history when we've drafted for need and not best available, it hasn't really gone well. We wound up with Jimmy Clausen, and then we took Greg Little over DK Metcalf and AJ Brown. So, hasn't gone well, but I think this year is completely different. I don't think Evan Neal or Ife are going to be available, but we need to go O-line. So if Charles Cross is there at 6, we have to take him. And if we want to take anything else, I think we trade back and get some capital or something. But I think O-line is the first priority. If we're not going to go O-line, take a shot on Malik Willis. Just please don't draft Kenny Pickett. Just please don't draft Kenny Pickett. He does not do anything for us. Malik Willis at least has insane upside. So we'll get to see that. And then we don't have a pick until the 4th round. And I think we just go O-line the rest of the draft. We have a 4th round pick, 2 5ths, and a 7th. We don't have a 6th because we gave it to you guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, maybe you're welcome because if Stephon leaves, we got 6 games out of him for a 6th round pick. So maybe you're welcome if it works out for you. Because you guys are pretty good with 6th round picks. But
I can only think of one. He was pretty mad.
I think that just always leaves it at A+ in 6th round. It's just always how it goes. But yeah, I think we just hit home with O-line the rest of the draft. Maybe some linebackers later in the 5th round or 7th round. But if we don't get some help on the O-line this season, doesn't matter who's back there at quarterback. They're going to get crushed anyway. So yeah, I hope you take Charles Cross or Malik Willis, or if somehow Ife or Evan Neal are there at 6, we would be idiots not to take them. But I have a very strong feeling we are going to take another corner, and we'll have the deepest secondary the league has ever seen. But we'll go 2-15 because we don't have it O-line.
Yeah. Listen, it's pretty simple. We can't draft him. but I would do it anyway. Because God, do we need wide receivers? Now, do I know any wide receivers' names? Of course I don't. I hate college football. Hate
This
it.
draft seems weak at wide receiver, but that always turns out to be impressive classes. So it'll be interesting.
So listen, I can't give you any technical names. I can't. But Patriots, please, if there's a wide receiver, just take him. At least give it a try. Now, is he going to turn out like N'Keal Harry? Probably, because we can't draft them to save our lives. Can't do it. But anyway, you might as well take the shot. I mean, why not? You ain't trained for nobody. And listen, that's the other thing. Hey, if there's a trade out there, anybody want to get out of their team, go ahead. But I think the Patriots, you got to go wide receiver. You need some speed on defense too. So I would try and get, a quicker linebacker. Dante Hightower, I don't even know if he'll be back next year.
Gotta get JC back too.
I think that they should re-sign him. I don't know if they will, but we'll find out. You need a replacement for Hightower, I would say. Everybody is a little disappointed in Uche, so you try to find somebody that can replace him as well, maybe. That's possible. But I think it's just all about speed, because not only do you need a wide receiver, you need a fast wide receiver. You need somebody who can take the top off the defense, because, you having to go down the field in 18 passes of 6 yards every single time, not really the best way to win the NFL these days. Just hot take, kind of. So if you can find a fast wide receiver, a fast linebacker, maybe, a pass rusher would be wonderful. But there's, little rumors here that Chandler Jones should come back to the Pats.
I heard that too. I like that.
I would not be upset. That's all I'm saying.
Him and Judon?
I was going to say him, Judon. You got Barmore up front, had a nice rookie season. So I wouldn't be mad at that at all. But it's all about speed. That's what I'm saying, man. You saw it in the Bills. They just couldn't match up with anybody. You saw throughout the season that their wide receivers just can't get open because they are stuck in mud. But that's my those are my hopes and dreams for the draft. Hopes and dreams. I'm gonna have to watch the combine so I can find out who half these people are. With by the way, combine news, apparently they were thinking about like walking out of the combine because they were going to be bubbled. NFL just lifted it, so everybody's going to be fine. Don't worry, you can have your private chef and your trainer with you. Because I'm sure that the private chef and the trainer that the NFL hired for you probably low tier bum or something like that. But make sure you have yours though. Whatever. If that makes them happy, the combine can go on. Sure, why not? Because I'm one of those idiots that does watch the combine, even though here's my thing though. In my defense, because I do say the combine is stupid and pointless and people make a big deal out of it. I only watch the combine because I have to figure out who people are. I watch the combine to determine who I actually on round one of draft night, I can say, oh, that guy.
I'm the same way. I watch a lot of college football too.
They actually watch the games. And me, I'm like, oh yeah. I remember him at the combine.
I watched them. I watched the college games. I bet on a lot of them, did a lot of research for the bets. Still couldn't name more than like 8 or 9 guys in this draft outside of quarterbacks.
Nah, bro. I genuinely couldn't. I'm good. I know Thibodeau and wow. I know that Michigan pass rusher. I just can't think of his name right now.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, there we go. Those are the 2 I know. I swear to God, I couldn't name you a single wide receiver. I know
those are like those for a long time have been the consensus, the 1 and 2 pick.
I couldn't. I mean, some of the quarterbacks, if you said their name, I would know. I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
I could name all the quarterbacks.
Like Pickett, is he in the
quarterback? Yeah, Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ridder.
Nope.
Malik Willis.
Nope.
Who else is there? Carson Strong, Matt Corral.
Definitely not. Okay.
Bailey Zappi, who broke all of Joe Burrow's records.
Big Bailey Zappi guy.
Absolutely.
Huge Zappi guy. One of the biggest in the business,
honestly. Cool name. Heck of an arm. That's all.
Just like Johnny Walker.
Yeah. Cool name. Heck of an arm. Knocked out.
Johnny Walker just couldn't get the job done. I mean, hey, maybe he had too much Johnny Walker. That's why he was slumped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tough. You know what I mean? All right, Josh. We'll go on from there too. So, listen, this is why you can't take what people say on sports talk shows seriously.
Just how can you even say that? Like,
unless it's this talk show, because
with
we're
a straight
fantastic.
face.
Who was it? It wasn't Emmanuel
It was
Acho.
Acho.
Because
Yeah, it was Acho.
Was it Emmanuel though?
No, not Emmanuel Acho.
Because Emmanuel Acho was the one on FS1.
Yeah, it was the other Acho.
Saying Mahomes isn't a top 5 quarterback. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Like with a straight face.
Did he have a little bit of a down year for him? Yeah. But by the way, his down year is better than literally 95% of every other quarterback.
Yeah.
He still threw for like 4,800 yards or something like that, and like 37 touchdowns.
One bad half away from football away from his 3rd straight Super Bowl. One bad half.
Like, come on. And I can't even get mad at it, Josh. I can't, because I know that they're saying it to get views.
I know, and like I just don't like. I get it. You're making a lot of money. You're on TV, successful, but I don't think it's successful if this is how you're doing it. Like, just by spewing bullshit that you don't even actually believe. Like, I also am tired, and I understand. I expect Christian to not agree with anything I'm about to say, but like, I get the Rams won the Super Bowl, but a Super Bowl win doesn't just automatically, like, if Matt Stafford loses that game, he's not mentioned in the top 5. He's just not. And now because they won the game, everyone's like, he might be number 2. Like, he might be number 3. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I had Stafford as a top 5 quarterback this year.
I do too, but not like he's
like number 5 though.
He's 5A, Burrow's 5B. Like, and then there's like a couple other guys that easily are. Stafford's very good, has been for a long time. But like, when I'm looking at quarterbacks, I'm looking at just like I get he just won a Super Bowl, but like I just don't understand the eye test for people when they see Mahomes, when they see Josh Allen, they're like, Stafford's on that level. Like, no, the fuck he is not. He's just not. It's just not there. Like, he's got an amazing arm, but Mahomes and Allen have better arms and they're mobile. Like, it's
like, if I had to name my top 5 quarterbacks for this year, it probably would have been Allen. I'm not even going to go in order. Allen, Brady, Rodgers. That's 3.
If we're still including Brady, there's no way Stafford's in my top 5. I'm taking Herbert over Stafford.
This year, though?
Yeah, this year. And I don't care. I get.
I love Herbert. I've said it before. I think Herbert's a top 5.
I get his numbers probably look way better, but it's not Herbert's fault that his coach likes to go for on 4th and 8 out of his own 18. That's not on Herbert.
He's the top of the tier under the Mahomes, Allen, Lamar. First of all, don't you ever put Lamar there ever again. Second of all,
I think if we're talking like tiers, like my top tiers are like Rodgers, Allen, and Mahomes are different level. And Brady was in there too. And I would also say like
I don't care that Lamar won an MVP. I don't care.
Kind of year.
One good year. He had one good year.
No, not one good year.
What did he do
without the injuries? He missed like the last 5 games.
You're gonna make me do this again?
And he had a 4. He went with like what? Like 36 of 42, 442 yards.
You're gonna make me do this again?
We can do it again.
That's fine.
We can do it again.
All right,
but kind of, you also agree with the eye test. That team is Lamar, and they are in the playoffs.
Of course it is.
All the time.
Okay, a team can be because of a certain player and still not be fantastic. Just saying.
They are fantastic.
Listen, all I know is 16 touchdowns and 13 interceptions.
Go look at the rushing numbers. You can't just use his
3 fumbles lost.
You can't just use that though. We gotta go look at his rushing numbers now too, because that's also what he does.
Okay, he had 767 rushing yards.
That's insane.
Of course it is. He's unbelievable. 16 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, and 3 lost fumbles. I'm good.
God, Connie. All right, but I'm saying that upper tier, I think Stafford is right there, but I'm taking Herbert over him. Like, I'm taking Herbert over Stafford.
I mean, for the long run, I would have taken Stafford
this year too.
Over him.
You think if Herbert's on the Rams, do you think they still win the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're on the same level, but I think
you're
Herbert's
not going to
better.
sit here and convince me that Herbert's not good or something. I think Herbert's an MVP in the next 2 years. I really do.
Also, we're just going off this year. Yes, Stafford's not in my top 5. If we're going off next year, he barely makes my top 5.
I think Stafford would have been like 5 or 6 for me. Because like I said, Brady, you got to put Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, Allen. So that's 4. And then I think I would put Stafford.
I'm putting Herbert.
That's fine. Listen, I'm not gonna.
And then like this isn't even about Stafford. Actually, this is about Mahomes. Like I understand the argument. Like if you want to be like Mahomes isn't top 2, like yeah, you can argue that. Like, but he's top 3. Like he's top 3. Like players that are active, he's top 3.
Can you argue that he isn't top 3 this year though?
I think that's the furthest you can get though. You can't say
no. I agree.
Yeah, I think the furthest
I think this year I would have taken Allen, Brady, and Rodgers over him.
Right, yeah, and you could argue that, right? But the top 5, like to be like, Stafford was better than Mahomes. Like if he didn't win the Super Bowl, no, that's not even in the discussion. Like if Mahomes beats Stafford in the Super Bowl, which he didn't, obviously I'm making up hypotheticals and everything, but I mean, it's not even a conversation. I just think there's no real way to overvalue a Super Bowl, but you can't let that just elevate a player so far. And it's not like I don't know. I just don't get how people can say this stuff with a straight face. And also like Cooper Kupp, amazing, legendary season, probably the greatest season a wide receiver has ever had. But if I had to pick a player on my team, I'm taking Calvin Johnson. I'm taking Calvin Johnson.
People are arguing to that?
Yeah, Twitter was all over that right after the Super Bowl.
I'm good. That's when you stop following people.
The only one that I really see it elevated a ton is Aaron Donald. And obviously Matthew Stafford is a Hall of Famer, which I'm fully on board with. Matthew Stafford is a Hall of Famer in my eyes.
I don't think after looking at it, Stafford needs 2 or 3 more years like this.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's going to just fall off.
Oh, no. So I don't either. But like people were saying if he retired right now, he'd be a Hall of Famer. I disagree. I think he needs
I think he'd get in. I think because obviously Richard Sherman went off. He was like, no all pros, like one Pro Bowl. But like you also got to look at who else was at quarterback there.
That's what I'm saying.
The greatest quarterback of all time, Drew Brees, who's like second in all the passing yards and everything, right behind Brady.
Aaron
Peyton
Rodgers,
Manning,
people say is the greatest.
Aaron Rodgers. And then like now when he's on a good team, he has to battle with Peyton Manning. I mean, even Phillip Rivers had some amazing years. Like now when he's on a good team for the rest of his career, he's got to watch Josh Allen and Mahomes do insane things each week. Like it's not easy to make Pro Bowls and all pros when you're going 4-12 each year in Detroit. It's just not easy.
Yeah, it really isn't. I don't know. But yeah, no. Mahomes not being top 5.
Crazy.
You're smoking moon rocks.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about that.
Moon rock's nice.
You feel me?
Okay.
All right, Josh. We made you made a quarterback tier list last week. Didn't even let me in on it. So this week you were nice enough to let me make a tier list.
Sent you the doc at like 10 a.m.
I mean, you wrote on the doc my tier list. You never said
because I knew you wouldn't do anything about it. I knew you wouldn't say it, and you wouldn't make one.
That's a wild fake. You knew if you texted me and said, "Yo, I'm making a tier list."
That's what I had to text you today.
Exactly. I'm surprised. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised you even let me in on it. Surprised you didn't want to keep it yourself.
Because I knew you'd come at me. I knew you'd come at me if I didn't text you about it.
It's disrespectful.
And you still coming at me about 2 weeks ago. Come on, man.
Was that 2 weeks ago?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, Josh, I'm gonna share my list.
I think. Well, did you did tiers?
I did.
Or are you gonna share a screen?
Oh yeah, I am gonna share a screen.
All right, yeah.
Because listen, honestly, and then how about this? Since you can't share yours, we'll show you mine. I'll go over mine, and then Josh, you can tell me, and I'll make the adjustments for you. How about that?
All right.
Perfect. All right, so here we go. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Can I get a little more in? Oh, there we go. Here we go. First of all, I'd like to start off by saying some of these pictures, I could not tell who the player was. I'm not going to lie. So if anybody on here is extremely disrespected, oh wait, like this one, like I capped. Hold on, I capped. Ready? James White, calm down. Solid back.
You capped.
See, I thought that was Damian Harris, but then I realized Damian Harris was right there. I capped.
See, now I think, like, obviously our tier lists are going to be different, but also, like, my tiers are probably going to be explained a little bit different than how you're going to explain yours, too.
All right, so I'll start off at the top. Best of the best. Listen, Nick Chubb, I think, is disrespected.
Agreed.
I feel like whenever people talk about best running back in the league, he's not there. And I don't understand why. The man's an animal. So I got Chubb best of the best here because he is, in my opinion. Derrick Henry, I mean, come on, really? That's not even. You don't even got to explain that one. Not even a reason for it. Dalvin Cook, again, I think he's unbelievable. I think he's easy top 5. Then I got Jonathan Taylor, the best running back in football this year. Once again, don't have to explain it. And then I got Alvin Kamara there, who I think, once again, unbelievable player. Now we get into the great tier, right? And this is where it gets a little interesting. I got Mr. Joe Mixon. Had an absolutely unbelievable year this year. Has had a couple nice years now. I just don't think he's on the same level as those other guys. Like I said, that's the best of the best tier. So I can't put him in best of the best. I can put him in the great tier, though. This one hurts me, Mr. CMC. I have him here, even though he's been injured, because obviously when he's on the field, listen, when he's on the field, he's in the best of the best category. He is, I'm sorry. But the injuries, and listen, here's the thing. The man played how many games this year? And he still put up numbers. Man was an animal when he was on the field. So I can't put him in the best of the best, but I'm putting him in the great because I know he is great. So I put him there. Aaron Jones might be a little shocker to people. But I think Aaron Jones is a fantastic football player. Have him in the great category as well. Austin Eckler, him too. Kind of a muscle hamster, kind of a Doug Martin version a little bit, except he can, do everything. I have him in the great too. You get to the good. This is where it might get controversial. Possibly. Now, Josh, I'm going to assume that's is that Dobbins, that Raven player?
That is Dobbins.
Okay. Listen, didn't play this year. Now, could we have made an injured category? Probably. Is that a lot more work? Yes. So I think Dobbins is going to be good when he comes back. Melvin Gordon. I think he's pretty good. You can't sit up here and tell me he's great. No. I believe that's Josh Jacobs. Once again, pretty solid. Damian Harris, same. David Montgomery, okay. Naji Harris. Almost made it into the great category for me, even after a rookie campaign. I think he's very good. He's on his way. He's ascending. Just his first year. DeAndre Swift. Well, he's on his way to that great category as well. Had a solid year. Maybe the Lions have finally found a running back after all those years. Cam Akers obviously missed a lot of time, but when he came back, he was nice in the playoffs. Kareem Hunt, if he wasn't a backup, he'd be in the great category. Because he is unbelievable, but he's a backup. He just doesn't get to shine as much. Honestly, Josh, this next person. Let me save the 2 most controversial ones for last. I stopped. I believe who's 31? Is that
That's Mostert.
It is Mostert? Okay, good. I got him in the good category. Now, could it be the fact that he plays for the 49ers? Sure, but that's not my problem, okay? He's good. James Conner, same thing. Leonard Fournette, same thing as well. I think for some people might have Fournette in the category. I got him in the good. I think he's very good. Now for the 2 controversial ones that some people might see. And honestly, I almost made this list even more controversial. That's right. I got Saquon Barkley and Ezekiel Elliott in the good category. In fact, I almost put both of them in the category. I thought about it. I wanted to. But I thought it was going to make too much of an uproar, so I didn't. Listen, Saquon hurt last couple years, even when he's on the field. Doesn't impress me. He's got that, one run for 50 yards and the other 10 are for 1 yard, so it makes him look good at the end of the game. Not a big fan. Ezekiel Elliott, Max Kellerman was worried about the cliff for Tom Brady. We should have been worried about it for Zeke. Because as Skip Bayless likes to say, it looks like he's running in that Cabo sand. Not looking good. Not looking good. Go down to the category. Singletary. I mean, I don't know who that next guy is.
That is, I believe, Michael Carter. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. Play for the Jets. One of the UNC guys is Michael Carter. The other is Javonte.
I couldn't determine which one was which. No love for Cam Akers. I got him in the good category, Christian. Like I said, he missed the entire regular season. Maybe next year when he plays a full season, he gets into the great category. But listen, the great and best of the best category, I got reserved for some pretty solid players. So, I mean, because look, that great and best category makes up my top 9, technically. So, it's a very reserved spot. Let's see. Is that David Johnson? Honestly, I probably should have put him in the solid backup category. I think he's garbage. I do. Crazy because he was a fantasy animal when he was back on the Cardinals for one season. And then, of course, I drafted him, and that's when he started to suck. But that's just my luck. CEH, man. Not a fan. Maybe it's because he's on the Chiefs. I don't know. He just doesn't do it for me. James Robinson, I think he's better than But, he played for the Jags here, didn't have that great of a season. Whoever number 8 is.
That's either Michael Carter or Javonte Williams.
Well, either way. Wait, which one's Javonte Williams?
I don't know which one is which.
Well, listen.
I'm pretty sure Javonte Williams is the first one. And that's
listen. All right, fine. Then we'll do this then. Because if the first one's Javonte Williams, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna put him in the good. I'm gonna put him in the good. I think he's a little bit better than just I do. So then we move on. Michael Carter, I think he's gonna be pretty solid as well. Christian, you said he's the taller one. See, in these pictures, you can't even tell.
You can tell. I think 8's taller.
You think 8's taller?
I think.
Well, listen, for the people watching, Javonte Williams is the one I moved. If it's the wrong player, too bad. Okay. Myles Gaskin, I think he's pretty solid, but didn't have that great of a year. Let's see. Who is that? Chase Edmonds?
Yeah,
I believe. I think he could be better than this, but once again, a backup to James Conner. We got Miles Sanders there. Had a nice year towards the end, but I feel like the other running backs on his team were doing the same thing, if not better. I can't think of this. I can't think of his name.
Chris Carson,
injury machine. Ronald Jones. Yeah, all right. And then Antonio Gibson, listen, I love him. I really do think he's good. Just didn't have the greatest year. I think he's probably better than the category. But, hey, I couldn't put him there. And then we go to the solid backups. Phillip Lindsay, you had your time. You tried it. Not anymore. Is that Marlon Mack, I believe?
I believe so.
I think on a different team, he would be more than a solid backup. But listen, he's behind Jonathan Taylor, so tough life. Is that number 1? That would be who would that be, Josh? Would that be
Travis Etienne?
Etienne. It is Etienne? Listen, he didn't play this year. I have no idea. I don't know who's the
Kenyon Drake, I'm guessing. Kenyon Drake.
Drake. All right, that's fine with me. I'll still keep him in the solid backup category. Mike Davis, God, you're terrible. We all figured that one out. I believe that's Tariq Cohen once again, solid. Jerick McKinnon, once again, solid backup. And then James.
Hey, that's not his name. That's not his name.
What?
Who is that, Connie? Who's number 41? Jerick McKinnon played for the Chiefs. Who's that?
Oh, that's tough. What's his name then?
No, you have to say it.
I have no idea then.
It's J.D. McKissick, okay?
Oh, J.D. McKissick. You're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong on that one. I forget. Listen, I just named a lot of people. In fact, I'm surprised I even knew that many people.
I'm impressed. Good job.
See? I got to get a little credit. All right, Josh. First of all, how do you feel about mine?
I don't hate it. I definitely think if I did my list the way you did, I think they would look pretty similar.
Okay.
But I think I did mine pretty different. So first thing I'm going to need you to do is, because I didn't even use everybody.
Okay.
So I need you to add another tier.
Oh, boy.
And label it unknown.
How do I even do that? Oh, look at that. Oh, wait, no. I need to add a row below. There we go. And we want to name it Unknown. Look at that. Bam. Okay. Now hold on. Let me see if I can I get this down? Wait, what did I just do?
I think the arrows should be able to.
That's what I thought, but what is going on here? What did I just do? Oh God, I'm messing everything up now. Now I'm scared. Oh, here we go. And then bam. Okay.
All right.
Wait, why did this change to unknown? No, this is
it's all good.
best of best. Oh no, I'm getting this right, Josh. I don't care. I don't care how long this takes.
All right, then if we're changing the labels, needs to go to pretty good.
All right, we can do that. Oh, look at that. I spelled unknown wrong. Pretty good. Okay.
Right, actually, the labels don't matter. I'll say what it is, but we'll start with the best of best.
Okay.
And I need you to drop Dalvin Cook and Alvin Kamara down one tier.
Wow.
Because when I think of best, I think of guys that run the offense, and the offense relies on those guys.
You don't think it relies on Cook?
I don't. I think that offense knows Cook is going to be good, but they rely on Kirk.
Okay.
These teams, they don't need an amazing quarterback play to be successful. All three have shown that. Derrick Henry especially. Jonathan Taylor this year was amazing. Almost basically did get them to the playoffs. It's not his fault that they did not make the playoffs. Nick Chubb, another guy who has carried the team often. I think those guys are in a league of their own. And now I need you to bring up Naji Harris.
Okay.
Kareem Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh.
Yeah. These are guys I think you want heavily involved in your offense. They can handle a heavy workload, but you don't force everything around them. Like, they can do it, but you don't need them to. Like, I think a guy like Joe Mixon has shown the capability to be able to do that. And obviously, you'd think I'm a Panthers fan, I'd put CMC up there, but as a Panthers fan, I know he's not up there because of durability, because we use him so much, so he can't be on that level of those guys. But guys like Aaron Jones and Austin Eckler, like, the offense can run through them. They're capable of it, but they don't. They just don't.
Okay.
So I can't put them up there with those guys because I don't know if they can. Dalvin Cook, same way. Like, he runs really well, but it doesn't really carry the team. Like, it doesn't impact it as much. Same with Kamara. I think he runs really well, but the defense isn't, like, keying on them as much as teams key on Derrick Henry and guys up there. Naji Harris, I'm already putting him up there. I loved what I saw from his rookie year. I think he's a workhorse. I think he eventually will be at that top tier. Okay. Kareem Hunt. I think you love Kareem Hunt, and I think you wanted to put him there, but
I
you
did,
couldn't just because he doesn't get as many carries.
I thought about it.
I think the skill set's there. He's just sharing a backfield with a guy a tier above him. It's tough to be there. And I know people don't love Zeke. I know you don't like Zeke, but I think he's a workhorse. I think he's a great running back, and I think he fits perfectly kind of for what the Cowboys need when he got it going.
Okay.
Now for the next tier, I need you to move Dobbins to unknown.
Hold on. Okay. Unknown.
Akers to unknown.
We got Akers and unknown.
And then whichever UNC guy that is to unknown.
Okay. I believe we labeled that as Williams.
Yeah. And then I need you to drop down Melvin Gordon.
Oh, into pretty good. Interesting.
Then drop down Damian Harris, David Montgomery, Swift to unknown, Saquon to what you have labeled as solid backup, but I'd have that as they're good. They're okay.
Oh, wow.
Because this is a tier, I don't know. Like I said, I did mine differently. Mostert down, Connor down 1. And then move up Chris Carson.
Really?
Miles Sanders. And Antonio Gibson.
Okay.
Now, these are guys I think, like, like you're happy with your running back situation. You don't need to run the offense through them, but they're productive. They get the job done. Obviously, Chris Carson, injuries and everything, but when he's healthy, he's a very good running back. I don't think they produce the way the guys above them do, but at times they can. Like they could have a game here and there. They get that. They do that for them. There obviously are some guys I think on the next tier that could be up there, but first we need to put whoever the UNC guy is an unknown.
Okay.
And then we'll just leave it like that. These guys, I think they could easily be a tier up or a tier below. I think guys like David Montgomery, guys like Damian Harris, they have their moments here and there, especially James Conner this season was very good. But these are guys like they're pretty good. You don't care to run your offense through them because I don't think any of these guys are good enough to have an offense ran through them. So you're really like, if we have great quarterback, we are happy with the run game these guys can provide for us. And also, I kind of used Raheem Mostert as Elijah Mitchell because we didn't see Mostert too much, and Elijah Mitchell really impressed me this year. But I think all these guys are solid running backs. Just I just don't think their skill set is on the level of those other guys. And then the solid backups move. This tier I really only had. I don't even know who I really had there. I had. Actually, you got to move Singletary down one.
Singletary, okay.
Yeah, an ETN down one, and then that's all the moves. Yeah, this is a tier I only had with Saquon and Singletary. I didn't put any of these other guys in there because I just kind of ranked the guys I felt worth ranking. Saquon, I've defended him for a long time. I kind of get tired of it. He can move up easily. I don't want to put him in unknown because he's kind of been in the league a little bit too long for me to say that. We know what he can be, but he hasn't been that since his rookie year. Singletary is just kind of disappointing. I think he's like you're okay with him. I think solid backup kind of works for them. Not really for Saquon, but for Singletary, I think is a solid backup. And then for the unknown guys, because I don't know where to put them. J.K. Dobbins had an okay rookie year, but split a lot of carries and touches with Ingram and Lamar. And then he misses this whole year. So I don't know. Kind of the same with Akers. He had a really nice coming out party. Tears his ACL, does some nice work in the playoffs, but I still don't know where he really ranks. Javonte Williams literally split carries down the middle with Melvin Gordon, 203 carries this season each. So I don't really know what to expect of him because we've never seen him with a full season. And Deandre Swift, he might not belong here, but I just don't know. He's very good in the passing game, solid running back, but I can't tell if he's good or not. Because he's in Detroit. Like, it's kind of tough to tell if he's good or not. He's had moments here and there, but I think he's still got a lot of room to grow. Michael Carter, I expect this season for him to completely take over the running back room for the Jets. I expect him to be a big part of that offense, so I think it'll be good to see, and then we'll kind of figure out where he is. And ETN, we haven't even seen play to snap yet, and they took him, second round, so they are obviously very high on him. But that was Urban's idea, so we'll see how they use that with James Robinson. But it's kind of unknown. But yeah, those are my tiers.
All right. Listen, you did do it differently than me, so I can't argue. I think I would argue for Kamara to be in best of the best more than Cook because I do think he's the number one threat on their offense.
But I just don't think he does enough for the team. To me, he's an outside. He's not really. But all those guys up top can do it everywhere, between the tackles, outside, and in the passing game. Kamara is more of a passing game outside.
I don't know about
between the tackles. He's average.
All right, but what Henry can't do in the passing game probably equals what Kamara can't do with up the middle. To me,
I think Henry's a little bit better. He doesn't get passes, but when he has gotten them, he's very good in open space.
I don't know. The only that I would argue that, and then I can't. I'm just not. I refuse to put Zeke in great. Can't do it.
I get that. Teach their own. I get that.
Well, listen, we had one more thing, but we're running a little late here, and listen, we can always catch it on the next episode, so it's no big deal. Because Josh, I think we ended there, partner. Been a longer one. Had a great time as always. I had a real fun this episode, I should say. But listen, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you before we go on our separate way?
Follow me on Twitter at Jolin_4. Make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube channel. And over on the Colorcast too, either one of those are perfect, so we can actually see what you guys are saying and interact with you guys. And then make sure you head on over to Underdog. They're always giving away free money. The props are beautiful. It's easy to use. Use code GENZ. Double your first deposit up to $100. And yeah, tune in Monday, 7 Eastern. And tune in to Backstop Banter, because I might prove Connie wrong on some things in the comments too. Because some reason they don't think I can name a lot of teams in the MLB.
I forgot that you played the show. Forgot a little bit. Listen, as for me, Anthony Conover _ over on Twitter for my thoughts on everything. Basically only in the sports world, because that's all I talk about anyway. Maybe a little Euphoria, listen, I also tweeted out a beautiful clip from Peaky Blinders.
I still got to watch that. I keep forgetting to watch that.
Bro. All right, well then don't watch my clip that I tweeted.
I will not. Because
it gives something away, but it's, oh my God, beautiful scene. Just cream of the crop. But yeah, Anthony Conover _ on Twitter. You can follow, obviously, this show right there at Gen Z Sports on Twitter as well. Like Josh said, go subscribe to the pod, leave a comment, leave a review. What else we got? That's Monday, 7 Eastern, obviously. Tuesdays, I do the hard count, me and CJ, everything in the football world. Me and CJ taking a little bit of a break, though. But don't fear. We're going to have some people fill in for us, try to give some people of the USN network a nice little stage to show their talents on. So we're hoping some people fill in for us. Maybe you hear some new voices. Josh, if you want to go on there, go ahead.
I might. I just might.
So that'll be Tuesday. That's always at 9 Eastern. Thursday, I got Backstop Banter. Like Josh said, everything in the baseball world. We got a very, very important week of meetings for baseball. This is going to determine if the season gets delayed. They're going to meet every day of the week. They had like a 5-hour meeting today, but apparently only like 3 of those hours were, I think they met for 2 hours together, and then 3 hours was like separate. So I don't know. We'll see. Very important week for baseball, I should say. So go make sure you go and check that out. But with that being said, listen, I appreciate everybody for tuning into the show. Christian, for the comments, everybody over on Colorcast. Much love to the people. But listen, we will see you on the next episode, people. Thank you for tuning in.